So you'd like to know how to install a paper-backed mosaic, so how to fit it into place once you've made it. Well, you're in the right place. I'm Helen Miles and I'm here to teach you all the tips and tricks you need to make mosaics. Before you even start, you have to have a fine concrete screeded base. And that's something that needs to be done by a professional. And it needs several weeks to dry afterwards. So you can't get it made and immediately lay your mosaic, just so you know that. In this video, I'm going to be showing you the installation process of a paper-backed mosaic. And I'm working with Gitano, who is an Edinburgh-based Italian tiler. And when I say we, often, as the video progresses, you'll see I mean him and me, but in fact, he's mostly doing the work. So, however, the process is a two-person job. There are places where it's really helpful to have two people on hand. So I would advise, if you can, to work with someone else when you're doing this. Here I am at the client's house. So that's the mosaic upside down. You're looking at the back of it. I've stuck the front of the pieces down with water-soluble glue onto the paper. And this is the area where the mosaic is going to go. So the size of the pieces varies depending on the design. So you can see here where the breaks are. So now I'm taking the extra flaps of paper off. So sometimes they're handy, it depends on the space you're working in. But Guantano, who I'm working with today, would like them removed, so we're going to do that. So we're doing a dry lay here, just to check the spacing and also to make little adjustments like Guantano is doing here. So nothing is stuck, there's no cement involved at this stage. I needed to fix a piece that came off. So a hairdryer is a really useful tool to have on hand when you're installing a mosaic. So we're just taking the pieces off now that we've dried laid and we're stacking them in the order that we're going to put them back. So we're now mixing up the cement, and it's mappy grey cement. At this point, you can see Gitano troweling the surface, the substrate, in preparation to lay the mosaic, and he's using a notched trowel. And the best trowel to use is one that has 4mm depth teeth, like this one. We've moved on and laid approximately half of the mosaic, and Gitano is now tamping it in to the tile adhesive bed with a squidgy. Here you can see that we're working on both sides. So I'm outside the house working in and he's inside the house working out. And that's because I don't want the paper to dry out. So I'm keep repeatedly dampening the paper while he's laying additional pieces. Another way to do this would be just to lay part of the mosaic. So if you don't have two people to hand, or if you're working on a larger mosaic and it's simply not feasible, then lay a section, dampen it, peel it off, go on to the next section. If you do decide to lay the mosaic in sections, in other words, not to lay it all at the same time, then you need to be sure that you remove all the excess tile adhesive, because it will rapidly start drying and prevent you from laying the sections that follow. So now we're peeling back the paper, just very slowly and gently. The tile adhesive is still wet. Maybe we put it down maybe 10 minutes ago. And still keeping the paper wet. Yeah, so we're at the peeling off stage now. You see the paper is nice and brown and we're keeping it damp.
Here's where you see it, you see this, the double.
Yeah.
The paper is double there, so I have to wait twice.
We're at the final stage, and Gaetano was just saying just then that the place where I joined the two bits of paper together is harder, obviously, because you've got two layers. So that just needs a little bit more attention. Yeah, we're finished now, and so we're leaving it to dry. And tomorrow it will be ready for grouting. There you have it, how to install a paper-backed mosaic. If you like this video and you'd like to see more, then please subscribe below.